the elimination is a method for solving systems by adding to eliminate a variable. Okay, so our strategy for these, we have to make sure our equations are lined up so that we're going to put one under the other. We want the x's lined up, the y's lined up, and the constants lined up. Then we will add or subtract the equations to eliminate the variable with the common coefficient. That's the number in front of the variable. So if they both have a 3x, that's what we're going to eliminate. Then we will solve for the variable that's left and substitute our answer into either original equation to solve for the other variable. So the idea is we can only solve for one variable at a time. So we're going to try to eliminate one of the variables so we have an equation we can solve, get that answer, and then plug it back in to find the other answer. All right. So let's look at a problem. If I want to solve these by elimination, if I just add my equations together right now, will anything cancel out? Y plus y is 2y, 3x plus x is 4x. Nothing cancels, does it? But if you notice these y's, they both have a coefficient of 1. So what we're going to do is subtract one of these equations. Or what I like to think about is, let's just take one of them times -1. So the first one I didn't change. If I take the entire second equation times -1, we get negative y equals negative x plus 2. Right, so the entire second equation, I multiplied everything by -1. Now what I want to do is add these equations together. So 1y and -1y cancel out and just leaves me with 0. Equals 3x and -1x. 2x plus 4 plus 2 is 6. If you need to, so draw a vertical line down your equal sign. We want x by itself, so I have to subtract my 6 over. So we have -6 equals 2x. Divide everything by 2. So our x is -3. Once I have x, we can plug that back into either original equation. So if I go with the first one, y equals 3 times x, but my x is -3, plus 4. So I just substituted this into the first equation. So -9 plus 4 is -5. So my answer, x comma y, -3, -5. Any questions on that one? Let's look at number 2. Which variable do you think I want to cancel out here? X or y? Somebody pick one. You have a 50-50 shot. Okay. We can cancel out either. If I want to cancel out my y, I need their coefficients to be the same. So this one is a 4y. If I want this one to cancel it, it would have to be a negative 4, right? Positive 4 and negative 4 cancel each other. So what would I have to take my second equation times? Just a 4, wouldn't you? You want to cancel the y's. So we didn't change the first one, so it's x plus 4y equals 13. If you want to cancel y, we take everything in the second equation times 4. So 4x minus 4y equals 12. If I wanted to cancel my x's there, what would I have had to multiply by? Just a negative 1, because you had a positive 1x for both of them. So if you multiplied by a negative 1, it would cancel our x's. So we are trying to set it up so one of these variables are opposites. Same number, but a positive and negative. Then we can add our equations together. So this is a 1x plus a 4x is a 5x. Positive 4y plus negative 4y. That cancels out, so that's gone. 13 plus 12 is 25. Alright, so if I want to solve that equation, divide by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Once we have x, how do I get my y? Substitute it back in. Does it matter which equation? Nope. So if I go with the first one, x is 5 plus 4y equals 13. So we have to solve that equation. So if we subtract our 5, 4y equals 8. Divide by 4, so y is 2. So x comma y, 5 comma 2. I want you guys to try number 3. So notice that the x's have the same coefficient, we just need them to be opposite signs. So let's take the second one times a negative 1. You could also take the first one, but most people did the second one. So if you take it times negative 1, it's everything. So that's a negative 3x, a positive 9y, and negative 15. So now we add our equations together. Positive 3x and negative 3x. Those just canceled, they're opposites. Negative 10y plus 9y. So negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1y. 14 and negative 15 is negative 1. Divide the negative 1, so y is 1. Now we plug that back into either equation. So if I just go with the first one, we have 3x minus 10 times y, which is 1, equals 14. We have to solve this equation. So 3x minus 10 equals 14. Add our 10. So 3x is 24. Divide by 3, and x is 8. So your ordered pair, x comma y, 8 comma 1. And you can always check these by plugging them back into the original equation. Should work for both of them. Today, all of our problems should be ones that we can easily multiply by a negative or something to get things to cancel. They cancel if it's the same number but opposite signs. One positive and one negative. Alright, number 4. We have to decide, do we want to cancel x or y? It doesn't matter. You will get the answer either way. So we just have to pick one to cancel. Which one do you want? Pick y. Okay, we have positive 2y and positive 2y. In order for them to cancel when I add, they need to be opposite signs. So let's take the second one times negative 1. So we get 4x plus 2y equals 6. First one didn't change. Second one, everything times negative 1. Is that positive 2x, negative 2y equals negative 18. Now we add these equations together. So 4x plus 2x. 4 plus 2 is 6. Positive 2y, negative 2y. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Those are gone. Bless you. Positive 6 and negative 18 is negative 12. Divide by 6 and x is negative 2. So now we plug it back in. Either equation, let's go with the first one. So 4 times x plus you, which is negative 2, plus 2y equals 6. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. If you need to, you can draw a vertical line to help you keep track of things. We need to add our 8 over. 2y equals 14, divided by 2, and y is 7. So compare x comma y, 2 comma 7. Negative 2, sorry, comma 7. All right. Look at number 5. Which variable would you cancel here? The 4x. Do you have to do anything? No. All right. Add them together. Go ahead and solve this one for me. They were already opposites, so we can just add our equations together. Positive 4x and negative 4x cancel. 9y and 7y is 16y equals 16. Divide, so y is 1. If you plug that back in, so we get 4x plus 9 equals 5. Subtract your 9. So then if we divide by 4, x is negative 1. So our answer is negative 1, positive 1. So most of our problems today, either we can just add them together and something already cancels, or if we multiply by a negative, they're set up to cancel. Right? Are there any questions?